I need you to be honest with yourself for a second. Do you feel stuck in your comfort zone? Hi, my name is Stephanie. I'm a therapist on Long Island, New York that specializes in the treatment of eating disorders and body image issues. If you're interested in learning more about any of this type of stuff, general mental health and well-being, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like this video or find it helpful at the end, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Let's talk about that wonderful, evil thing that we call a comfort zone. So our comfort zone is our little bubble that we like to stay in because we are comfortable in it. Nothing good happens in your comfort zone. You cannot truly live life inside of your comfort zone. You may be on the other side of this saying, oh, that's not true, I'm perfectly happy, I'm okay living in my little bubble. But my question for you is, are you really? Are you really happy within your comfort zone? And is there nothing that you dream of that just seems out of reach because it's out of your comfort zone? The thing that happens with comfort zones that we may not actually consciously think of is that they have this tendency to get smaller. So our comfort zones don't just stay where we think we're comfortable, because inevitably by not challenging ourselves and constantly trying to push that comfort zone, it just gets smaller and smaller, and then our comfort zone becomes this little pit that we're stuck in, as opposed to being able to expand our comfort zone. And I'm not saying it's easy, and I'm not saying it's always fun, but it really is necessary if you want to live a life that you truly want to live. I've been doing videos about goal setting, and this is very much a part of it. A lot of things that happen when we are not achieving our goals is because we like to stay in our little bubble in our side of our comfort zone. And the thing is that most of the goals that we are hoping to achieve is outside of that. You may or may not have heard of the saying, but it is absolutely so true. It's that growth occurs outside of our comfort zone. A lot of us dream of things that are outside of our comfort zone. A lot of us dream of lives that we want to lead, which is so not us, or doesn't seem like us, because it's so far out of your comfort zone that you're just hoping that one day you'll just be there without getting to that point. There's a lot of stuff that is getting to that point. And I'm not saying you can't get to that point, but it does start with a single step outside of your comfort zone. In order to be truly happy in life, we must realize that we create our own reality. Reality doesn't just get shaped by the outside world. Absolutely, is it an influence? Yes, but we interpret our world the way that we want to interpret it, and that is really the ultimate reality for us, and that is the ultimate determination of our own happiness. You are in charge of your own happiness, whether or not you realize that, whether or not you want to believe that, because that is absolutely empowering, but totally scary on the same note. With our comfort zone, thinking about stepping outside of it typically creates a lot of anxiety. And with anxiety, when we're not doing things to challenge it, it grows, it gets worse. So every time we give into the anxiety, so let's say you really want to be like a social bee, you're hoping that one day you could be like a CEO of a company. You need to know how to talk to people. You need to be able to be social. You need to be able to communicate. And right now, you're just incredibly shy, and you find yourself awkward in conversations and all of that. So thinking about going to a party and actually mingling and talking to people is going to be so anxiety inducing. Now, every time that you decide or you say no to someone or an opportunity to go out to socialize or become more comfortable with socializing, you are saying no to you, and you are saying yes to your anxiety. And that's a point for your anxiety. And that just leaves room for the anxiety to grow. I'm sure I talked about this in prior videos, but when it comes to anxiety, depression, eating disorders, and so many other issues, the very antidote, the treatment for it is doing what it tells you not to do. So for anxiety, in order to really beat anxiety, you need to be doing exactly what it's telling you not to do. And of course, it's going to aggravate your anxiety and make your anxiety totally skyrocket. If I'm telling you that the way to beat this is to go out and socialize, go out to a party and do it, then that's something that's going to absolutely induce a lot of anxiety, and your anxiety is going to get pretty pissed, but it's one more step for you. And that's not going to mean that all of a sudden that's just an easy thing for you, but that's going to lessen and weaken the anxiety the next time that it happens, and it's going to grow your strength and your ability to be able to do this. I am totally in favor of baby steps, and I don't really think that the best thing is to totally jump outside your comfort zone. Not to say that maybe it is for some people, but really it just starts with a single step. Just do something that's slightly outside of your comfort zone, and then the next time do something even more slightly out of your comfort zone, because we don't need to make this change all in one day, and it's something you need to be patient with yourself and flexible with yourself, and understanding that, you know, anxiety is tough. And you're not alone on that. You could talk to your therapist, talk to your support network on it, and I'm sure that they'll be more than happy to be supporting you in whatever your goals are. So this might be a really good situation where mind maps or SMART goals come in. So if you're trying to become more social because really ultimately you need to, or you're hoping to have a job that's going to be absolutely necessary for you to be social and be able to do all that type of stuff, you need to create some sort of map to get you there. So if we're taking baby steps, write down all the baby steps that you can think of. What is the very next thing that's outside of your comfort zone? This is going to be requiring you to be honest with yourself, but maybe it's not going to challenge you where you become like you have an anxiety attack, and then that's going to make it worse for you. Just what's something that maybe puts you out a little bit more. If you're incredibly so shy, but you're comfortable around your family and you'll stay in the house and eat dinner with them and all of that stuff, but you just don't like places with a lot of people, perhaps asking your family to go out to dinner or go out to, you know, breakfast or lunch when the restaurants are a little less crowded, so that you can go out and have that practice with people that you're comfortable with, but it still is outside your comfort zone. And then what's the next step to that? Maybe it's going around dinner time or the dinner rush or a more crowded restaurant. And then maybe it's going out with friends. It's all about baby steps. You don't have to take a giant leap, just take steps. What I hope that you take from this video is that our comfort zones, we all have them. However, we don't want to be victims or prisoners to our comfort zone. No matter where you are in life, no matter what you're doing, you have a comfort zone. And in order to keep thriving in life and to achieve your goals, you need to constantly be pushing that comfort zone and always working toward expanding it, because as I said, if you're not expanding it, it's getting smaller. I really hope that you found this video helpful or inspiring. If you did, consider giving it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. I talk all about this stuff in a blog that I have. I will leave that link in the description below. Feel free to check it out. Please consider leaving a comment down below about the last time that you had stepped out of your comfort zone. Thank you for watching, and I wish you an ever-expanding comfort zone on your journey to finding your state of balance, and I hope to see you in my next video.